Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you again for your presence and your interest in this matter. Today's gathering is a call to all communities for restoration and, in some cases, expansion of more early voting hours in the state of Ohio. I have a particularly insightful perspective into the subject as a resident of Franklin County. And here, we were a county that maximized the opportunity of early voting, a county that took full advantage of creating expanded access at all opportunities for our citizens, and the people responded to that. According to the Board of Elections, 82% of early voters in Franklin County voted early on nights or weekends. Beyond Franklin County, the number who voted on nights or weekends was nearly 50%, as stated in Cuyahoga County. Statewide, 1,717,256 people took advantage of early voting. That's almost 21% of all registered voters and 30% of all votes cast in the 2008 election cycle. Early voting allowed people to vote and to get to work on time. It eliminated long lines. Shorter lines allowed people to get to the correct polling location if they discovered they were in the wrong place without waiting hours to realize their error, still having an opportunity to cast their ballot. Voters were not disenfranchised. Early voting expands the opportunity for all voters to be heard and counted. Republicans see voting as a privilege for a few. Democrats see it as a right for all. One for whom many of us have paid the highest price of life to access. Until and unless we decide Election Day is going to be a national holiday and no one has to go to work, it is necessary to ensure we create the greatest access for all our citizens. Most especially those hard-working taxpayers who get up every day going to work, some working 2 and 3 jobs in the still recovering economy. Those are my constituents, the middle class and the working poor, who don't always have cars and travel very early and very late hours to get to and from work on buses, who don't have long lunch hours or flex time or the option to return late from work because they were voting. Yet the Republicans in 2012 are rolling the clock backwards, finding new ways to disenfranchise voters, finding new ways to target specific types of people whose vote Republicans don't respect or want. They're acting as if they don't recognize the harm that's being done, that they don't see or understand why this matters to so many. They're using the guise of fairness to reduce access by playing to the lowest common denominator, instead of seeking solutions that increase access for all voters everywhere. To suggest that this is anything but deliberate disenfranchisement of targeted populations that are not their constituents is a lie. This is a deplorable action taken by Secretary of State John Husted, the one charged with protecting the vote of every registered voter in the state. This is not the decision of democracy, and there is nothing fair about it.